Welcome to Easy Driver, the most reliable source of automotive information on YouTube. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. How charging stations are replacing gas stations, the 2025 infrastructure shift. Gas stations have been a fixture of daily life for decades, but that's about to change. With electric vehicles, EVs, surging in popularity, the infrastructure we rely on is shifting fast. By 2025, many gas stations could be replaced by EV charging hubs, reshaping how and where we power our vehicles. This change isn't just about technology, it's about preparing for a cleaner, more sustainable future. Understanding the current landscape of fueling infrastructure. Gas stations have been the backbone of transportation for over a century. They play a critical role in keeping vehicles on the move, but as electric vehicles, EVs, gain traction, this familiar system is under pressure to adapt. The transition to a cleaner future raises questions about the sustainability and practicality of our current fueling infrastructure. The dominance of gas stations. This dominance of gas stations is deeply tied to America's car culture. For generations, drivers have relied on them to fuel road trips, commutes, and daily errands. Their ubiquity ensures convenience, while their close proximity to highways and cities supports the nation's high vehicle ownership rates. However, as EV sales continue to grow, nearly doubling in recent years, the infrastructure supporting gas-powered vehicles faces challenges it cannot ignore. Challenges of maintaining gas stations. While gas stations remain essential today, operating them is far from simple or cheap. Owners face mounting expenses and long-term challenges that are eroding their viability. High operational costs. Running a gas station involves significant expenses. From maintaining underground fuel storage tanks to upgrading equipment and meeting strict environmental regulations, the costs add up quickly. Profit margins are notoriously slim, relying heavily on convenience store sales rather than fuel alone. Environmental concerns. Gas stations have a complicated relationship with the environment. Spills, leaks, and emissions from storing and distributing gasoline carry risks for soil and groundwater contamination. There's also growing pressure from governments and communities to reduce fossil fuel usage, making their future look uncertain in an era of climate-focused policies. Declining urban relevance. In densely populated cities, gas stations are losing ground. Real estate prices are skyrocketing, making these lots valuable for redevelopment into housing or commercial spaces. Add to that the rise of rideshare services and public transit, which reduce individual car ownership, and you see why gas stations are vanishing in urban areas. This combination of cost, environmental pressure, and shifting usage patterns makes it clear that gas stations are standing on shaky ground. As electric vehicles continue to scale, these challenges are becoming harder to ignore, setting the stage for a broader transformation in how we think about fueling. The rise of electric vehicles. The shift from gas stations to charging stations is fueled by the meteoric rise of electric vehicles, EVs. This is no passing trend, it's a fundamental change driven by growing consumer awareness, supportive policies, and relentless technological innovation. Consumer demand for sustainability. People are becoming more environmentally conscious, and it's reshaping how they make decisions, especially about transportation. Gas-powered vehicles are no longer the default choice for many drivers. Consumers are prioritizing sustainability, efficiency, and lower emissions, and EVs check all those boxes. Why are EVs gaining traction? It goes beyond just saving the planet. EVs offer lower operating costs. Electricity is cheaper than gasoline in most areas, and EVs require less maintenance. Quieter rides. The absence of a combustion engine makes for a smoother, quieter experience. Growing social acceptance. EVs have shifted from niche to mainstream, making them more appealing for everyday drivers. Add to this the rise of generational shifts in values. Millennials and Gen Z are more likely to care about climate change and drive decisions within industries. Buying an EV has become a modern-day statement of responsibility and forward thinking. Projected growth of charging stations. The growth of EVs has created a booming demand for public charging options. Right now, there are roughly 140,000 public EV chargers in the United States. Compare that to 2021, when the number hovered around 100,000, and you'll notice the infrastructure is expanding rapidly. By 2025, experts project over 500,000 public chargers will be installed nationwide, thanks to both private investments and government funding. Types of charging stations. Not all chargers are created equal. EV drivers have three main types of charging stations to choose from, each varying in speed and cost. Understanding their differences helps clarify how this infrastructure serves different needs. Level 1, slow charging. Level 1 chargers use a standard 120-volt outlet, like the kind you'd use for a household appliance. They're slow but practical for overnight charging at home. On average, they provide 2 to 5 miles of range per hour. These chargers are inexpensive and require no special setup. Level 2, moderate charging. Level 2 chargers operate on a 240-volt power supply, similar to what powers large appliances like dryers. They're common in workplaces, parking lots, and residential settings. These stations can add 10 to 40 miles of range per hour, making them a practical option for both home and public installations. DC fast chargers, rapid charging. DC fast chargers are the speed demons of EV charging. They bypass the car's onboard charger, directly delivering high-voltage electricity. These stations can provide 60 to 80 miles of range in just 20 minutes. Ideal for road trips, they're commonly found along highways or in high-traffic hubs. While faster, they also come with higher installation and usage costs. Each type of charger serves a different purpose. Level 1 is for patient-at-home users, Level 2 strikes a balance for daily driving, and DC fast chargers cater to time-sensitive or long-distance travelers. Together, they create a network that accommodates all EV drivers, no matter their lifestyle or charging needs. That's all for Part 1. Stay tuned for Part 2, where we'll dive deeper into how AI is enhancing driving experiences and customizing vehicles for individual needs. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe for more automotive information like this. Thank you for watching.